101. Food, people. Let's talk about food. And today I have my special guest. She's my avid guest to all my podcasts. Well, no other than Dr. Evette Rose. She is the author of 24 Books and, of course, holistic counselor as well. Welcome, Dr. Yvette. And can you please introduce more about yourself that I missed?
Beautiful, Lucas. Thank you so much for that. Daniel, sorry. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And I am thrilled to be here with you today. And exactly like Daniel said, I'm an author. I love writing. It's a big part of my passion. And I love food too. We don't
Oh,
always need to have just one
yes.
passion, right, Daniel?
Yes, likewise, Dr. Yvette. I love food, and this is my day job. Being a chef in my day job is something else. I love
Really?
cooking and, of course, eating as well.
I would
So,
not have guessed that looking at you. That's so interesting.
oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Dr. Yvette, tell us while you're writing, what is your favorite food that you want to eat?
I love that question. So, I don't know if any of you can relate, but when you do something that sometimes can feel a little bit stressful, because you always would think that writing books and being an author and doing creative work is always just all about sorry, creativity. Oh, it's fun. Oh, we're in the flow. It's all about bliss. Sometimes you hit writer's block. Sometimes you feel a little bit stressed because you have other things going on in your life and you feel it's a little bit harder to get into the flow, to get into the story of what you would like to share. So I do like to take my regular breaks, and there's always pizza in my fridge. Whether it's leftover pizza from the night before or from 2 days ago, because I like to freeze sometimes
Yes.
little small pieces. So I always have like my little reserves. And it's just, that's almost a little bit like my reset food. That's my comfort food. I absolutely love it. And second in line also is toasted ham and cheese. I love it.
Oh, wow.
I
I
love
love
it. I
it.
remember in college when I was writing big exams and I got stressed, and then you finally get the results and you're like, I passed. Oh my goodness, it's okay. Everything's going well. And then I would celebrate with the toasted ham and cheese because I don't know about you, but my college days, I was poor. I did not have a lot of money. So toasted ham and cheese was for me that incredible moment of just celebration.
Awesome.
So that was my
Yes.
happy food. And when I feel
Yes.
sad, I also have ham and cheese. So, but when I need to focus, it's pizza. Isn't that interesting?
Interesting, Dr. Yvette, for sure. That's why you wrote 24 books so far.
That's a lot of pizzas. That's a lot
Yeah,
of pizzas, Daniel.
lots of pizza. So, Dr. Yvette, tell me if you had to design the perfect pizza for your last meal on earth, what would be on it and why
Oh,
does its component match the cut?
that is such a great question. And I think the pizza will look really messy, but taste probably really good. It would definitely, they would have to be artichokes on it. I love artichokes.
Oh,
And
wow. Yes.
definitely olives, definitely anchovies, prawn, calamari, all the different types of cheeses that you can possibly think of.
Yes, I like
And
that.
and maybe a little bit of oregano sprinkling, very little, just just to kind of bring a little bit of that taste in. And definitely blue cheese as well.
Oh,
So when I
yes.
talk about all the cheeses, definitely blue cheese
Blue
as well. That
cheese.
really stinky cheese. I love it. I love
Likewise.
it so much. Yeah.
I love blue cheese too. So,
Yeah.
Dr. Yvette, to all the
Yeah.
books that you created, which is associated with food?
Of all the books that I created, which one is associated with food?
Yes. If is there
Yes.
any?
Absolutely. So one that I wrote just recently is actually called Solving Pain Without Pills, and how to dive a little bit more into a bit of an anti-inflammatory type of diet, which is, it's not the easiest diet to have, but definitely, how can I say? There is ways that you can be creative to help support your body, because look, when you have pain, it's inevitable to have inflammation. So many people have pain and then there's always inflammation present, whether it's low level or very high level. And so you really want to be careful of your diet when you have chronic pain.
Mm.
Mm.
Beware of what you're eating.
Beware of what you're eating.
Exactly. So a lot of people might not like vegetables, but vegetables can act, that's really like rich in antioxidants, like berries, cherries, like leafy greens, bell pepper. A lot of people don't like that, but if you start Googling, just simple Google, you can find incredible recipes with these type of dishes. You know, people think, oh, wait, it should be steamed or it should be boring. You can make food a lot of fun. It doesn't have to be, you know, something that's awful or boring. You know, it's like, because I need to look forward to the food that I'm going to eat. I can't just sit down and eat food. And for me, it's also very much about the presentation of the food. Sometimes you can have two of the exact type of meals, and one can just be slapped together really messy, and the another one can be laid out really nicely, you know, really, and so a little bit of effort has been done with the presentation of it. And it's almost like it just lifts your mood and you actually enjoy the food that you're eating. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it's something that
Yes, it's something
nourish
that
your body.
nourishes your body.
Exactly. So there's definitely that book that I wrote in relationship to diet and needing to adjust things a little bit to support the body in pain management. Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Dr.
And
Evette,
Dr. Yvette,
can you relate
can you
solving
relate
pain
solving pain
to a specific pizza
to a
that
specific pizza that
you want to invent?
So
you want to invent?
that's such a great question, because when you look at addressing pain, pain is normally exacerbated when you feel stressed,
Yes.
when you feel
Yes.
anxious, when you feel maybe sad, maybe even depressed. There's even, I mean, research shows a very strong link between depression and pain as well, and how depression can actually exacerbate pain and vice versa. Now, when you look at your favorite food, it's normally meant to comfort you, to elevate and alleviate maybe feelings of stress, maybe it's loneliness, whatever it is that underlying pain point. So, of course, pizza for me would help to create comfort, which then should at least alleviate at least a little bit of anxiety or stress or negative thoughts or depression. So that happy pizza would definitely be the one that I told you about, if it had to be my last pizza on earth. Because normally the place where I order pizza, I tell them what I want on it. So I custom design my own pizzas. They're like, oh, there's that weird client. there's the weird one again. So when they start seeing all these different things just being thrown on the pizza, it's like, oh, there goes Yvette. She must be having a stressful day, or she's writing. So it would definitely be my custom design pizza if it had to be for pain for me.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
So what is the one
So what
pizza
is the one
topping
pizza topping
you firmly
you
believe
firmly believe
should never under
should
any
never, under any
circumstances
circumstances,
to be on a pizza?
to be on a pizza?
I know Italians will probably roll their eyes, but it would have to be cheese. Cheese is an absolute must. I cannot imagine a pizza without cheese. Like sometimes when I also order pizza, I just order the four cheeses pizza with garlic on it, and it is fantastic. And then the other time, I just have to share this with you. I don't know if you will love this or whether you will faint, but someone once ordered pizza with the four cheeses on it and honey.
Yes, I love
and
it.
honey. Have you heard of that? I have no idea that you can do that. So this was also very new for me. Very new. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Awesome. So, what is one
Awesome. So, what is
pizza
one pizza
that
that
do you think
do
will
you
solve
think
all the
will solve
pain
all the
in our
pain
body?
in our body?
Oh, that's such a great question. So I would say a seafood pizza, probably with mozzarella cheese, some
Yes,
virgin olive oil. Um, I would say that one, yes,
yes.
because that's the perfect diet for that would support pain. And maybe if the person eating it is flexible enough, maybe a gluten-free base instead
Mm,
of the normal floury gluten base.
yes,
Yes,
definitely.
Yeah.
definitely.
And
And
the
maybe
third,
with some garlic, a garlic, yeah, maybe let's add a little bit of garlic as well. Yes.
oh yes, definitely
Yes,
for the carbo.
carbo.
We need carbo.
We need carbo.
Absolutely.
So tell us, you
So tell us,
frame
you frame
pain
pain
not as a
not as
problem
a problem
to be a
to
silence,
be a silence,
but as a
but as
messenger.
a messenger.
So when you
So
eating
when you're
pizza
eating
and you
pizza
relate
and you
to
relate
something
to something
that make our body
that make our
relieve the
body
pain,
relieve the
what would that
pain,
be?
what would it be?
Can you ask the question again? I just want to make sure that I understood what you asked. There was just a
Yes.
slight breakup
Yes.
from
You
my part.
frame
You frame
pain not as a
pain not
problem
as a
to be a
problem
silence,
to be a silence,
but as a
Yes.
messenger.
but as a messenger.
But
Mm-hmm.
if you
But if you
compare to a
compare to
pizza,
a pizza,
how can you compare
how
with
can you
that?
compare with that?
Um, that's a really great question. Hmm. I'm not quite sure I know the answer to that.
But
That's,
anyway, we
that's,
love pizza.
We love pizza.
I know that requires a whole new way of thinking. It's a really great question, actually.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
That's why you are here,
why you are
Dr.
here,
Evette. Who
Dr. Evette.
knows you
Who
will
knows
create
will
a book
create a book
solving pain with
solving
pizza.
pain with pizza.
I love that. You never know. The world's my
Yeah,
oyster, Daniel.
that
And when you're an author, you can do whatever you want, right? You can write about whatever you want. So,
yes,
absolutely, anything is possible.
definitely. And let's talk about
And let's talk about
physical pain and
physical pain
emotional
and
or
emotional
psychological
or
pain
psychological pain
that treat the
that treat
individual
the
as a whole
individual as
system.
a whole system.
Tell us about
Tell us
this
about this
book of yours.
book of yours.
So, so when you look at pain from that perspective, pain is like an entire ecosystem, systematic experience. It's not just, oh, you bump your toe and now there's pain and that's it, right? That's the classical pain like modulation interpretation. But pain goes so much deeper than just the obvious, there's an injury and now we have pain. What happens if you have a headache and then suddenly you have pain, but there's no
Yeah.
injury, there's no underlying medical cause? What if you sit at your desk, you're working and your posture's pretty good, but suddenly you start getting back pain, or your knee starts to hurt, or you start to get stomach cramps, but there's no underlying medical cause? This is
Mm.
where pain becomes, at least requires, more of our silent awareness to be addressed in a non-judgmental way, because this is when the body actually starts to speak to us. This is when messages, underlying psychological stressors, is trying to come forward. Maybe you're experiencing a negative certain type of emotion or negative stress that you're suppressing because you're so focused on dealing with the immediate threat or stress that's right in front of you, which is often work tasks. It can be maybe there's relationship challenges, maybe there's other things going on that's really distracting you, and you're not aware in that moment how stressed you actually really truly are. So what pain is doing, it's actually coming forward and it's saying, hey, things are escalating inside the body really fast, and we need to do something about it. Can you please pay attention? So what we normally feel when we observe or feel pain is we think, oh God, what's the problem? Now what is broken? What is not working? That's actually a very unhealthy attitude to have, because when we have that negative attitude towards the body trying to say something to you, how can it properly convey its message? Imagine you are trying to say something and you actually have a genuine urgent message, and someone looks at you and they dismisses you and they say, come on, what's the problem? Go take a pill. Or why are you broken again? Why are you complaining again? You feel invalidated. And that invalidation will make you perhaps feel sad and maybe even more angry than what you were before you started to try to communicate the challenge to someone else. The body feels the same. So when we suppress it, it's going to become louder because the body is just really doing its job. All that it wants to do is to be heard, to be understood, and it needs your cooperation so that it can resolve the challenge that it's facing. But it's our interpretation of that pain that can make or break the outcome of this. It can make or break whether we are going to be constructive about it or destructive. The best way to address pain is to address it with curiosity. Okay, so there's pain, it hurts, but what could potentially be going on underneath it? If there's no underlying medical cause, what stress in my life have I perhaps been suppressing? What is bothering me that I might have ignored? What could I maybe silently be feeling angry about and I'm not acknowledging it? Where could boundaries be overstepped in my life and I'm glazing over it because I don't want to deal with confrontation? These are all very powerful questions to ask yourself when you are experiencing that moment of pain and there's no medical underlying cause related to it.
Interesting,
Interesting,
Dr. Evette.
Dr. Yvette.
And let's
Right?
go
Let's
back
go
to the
back
pizza.
to the pizza.
Yes.
Where do you
Where
stand
do you
on the great
stand on the
Hawaiian
great
pizza
Hawaiian
debate?
pizza
Is it
debate?
pineapple is
Is it
sweet,
pineapple is sweet,
juicy
juicy
revelation, or
revelation,
a
or
culinary
a
crime?
culinary crime?
I hear so many people say it's a crime, but I would be lying to you if I say that it's a crime. And you know why, Daniel? Because last night I actually had one. I
I
had
love
one with
it.
my daughter. I
Uh,
had a Hawaiian pizza with my daughter because she picked it. And she's like, I
mm,
want that one, Mom. I'm like, all right. And then, of course, you take a bite and you take another slice and take another slice because it's actually really so good,
yes.
despite the hype and the drama that people make of it. If it tastes good, then what's the problem?
Yes. Why
Yes, why
not?
not?
So, what is your ideal
What is your
crust?
ideal
Thin
crust?
on
Thin
crispy
on
or
crispy
true
or true
Napolitan style?
Napolitan?
You meaning the outer layer?
Yes, please.
It honestly, it for me, it doesn't matter because I don't eat it other way. Always a
Okay.
part of pizza that is left behind. So what you will see is this perfect crust circle that you can put the crust back in a perfect circle, and in the middle of the pizza is gone.
Yes, in definitely. And Dr. Yvette or Miss Yvette, before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please to listen to my other podcast people, because my abstract essay is already in fifth season. Abstract poetry in second season, and my book 101 review in fifth season too. Comedy 101 in second season, and my food 101 in fifth season as well. Geography 101 in fourth season. And my baby podcast, Law 101 and Mental Health 101, Love Letters in third season, and Movie 101 Review and Music 101 in fourth season, and Science 101 and Sex 101 in its first season. Please listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. So, Dr. Yvette, in your expert opinion, what are the three non negotiable elements of a truly great pizza?
Beautiful. So for me, it would definitely be cheese. Four cheeses, not
Yes.
just cheese, but four cheeses. It would have to be garlic, and I would have to say ham.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
If I have to pick three, that's what it would be.
Yes, and Dr. Evette Rose, thank you so much for sharing your favorite food to the
Thank
world.
you. And Daniel, you know what? Just while I see there, I have a great idea for your listeners. For those
Yeah,
of you who love food, but you also find that sometimes, you know how we sometimes do, we eat food, but it's because of emotional eating and it's because our body is trying to communicate something to us.
yes,
We all have had that, right? Me too. So for anyone who would love to have a free book, you can go have a look at evettebooks.com and get your copy, free copy ebook, Restoring the Emotional Body. That book will actually help you to learn and understand messages in your body, whether it's pain, whether it's cravings, whether it's emotional distress. Maybe you're going through a rough time, maybe there's an ailment. That book will help you to gently start to understand messages in your body while we are on
yes,
that topic, Daniel. So it's free for
yes.
your people, for your listeners.
Yes, people, grab the free ebook from Dr. Yvette. And Dr. Yvette, again, thank you so much for sharing your favorite food to the world. So can you
Thank
please
you so
invite,
much.
yes, can you please invite our listeners to support your books, your advocacy, your website, or whatever projects that you're doing right now?
Of course, I would love to. So you can find me and everything about me on metaphysicalanatomy.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Dr. Evette Rose Official. You'll find me there.
Yes, people, let's
Yes,
support Dr.
people, let's
Yvette
support
Rose
Dr.
because
Evette
we support
Rose
her.
because we support her.
More and more
More
empowering
and
books to
more
come.
empowering books to come.
More and more
More
empowering
and more empowering
advocacy to come.
advocacy to come.
So, Dr. Yvette, thank you
That,
so much for your
thank you
time.
so much for your time.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, more to come,
Yes,
people.
more to come,
See you
people. See you
soon.
soon.